Hey, what's up everybody? Brian here with the Holy Roller playing craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And today, let's roll out some numbers. We brought some dice and the casino's closed.
Welcome to the Holy Roller, where it's all about playing craps, earning free cruises, and a whole lot more. Thanks for watching. Now let's get rolling.
All right, let's roll some dice. So they're gonna pass you 5 die. On a Royal Caribbean ship, there's something that you can't do. You could go like this once, or you could go like this once and then choose. When they pass you the dice, they're not gonna allow you to keep going like this. You can't just keep going like that until you choose, okay? You're gonna just have to choose. Only do that once. They won't allow you to do it more than once. So once you take it away, the other thing that you can do is you can set the dice, okay? You can set the dice however you'd like to set them, and then you could just set them up like that and then throw them, right? But one thing you can't do is you can't do private rolls. They call this private rolls. So they won't allow you to do that. So once they pass them to you, you just have to grab them, set them, or just grab them and throw them, right? So you can't roll them. They call it private rolls. And that includes like right here. A lot of times people will do this, you know, just like this. They won't allow you to do that, okay? So just grab them and throw them, or set them and throw them, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I like to throw from the stick right here, stick left 1, and I throw right-handed and I throw that way, right? And if this spot's not available, maybe I get the stick left 2, you know, the next one over. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just show you a couple different sets that I would do, and just to kind of see, the table's kind of hard, it's not bouncy, it's really like, there's just one felt, maybe 2, but it's definitely not bouncy. See, definitely you can see, you can hear it, you know, it's definitely not a bouncy table. And this is the way all Royal Caribbean ships are, just so you know, okay? So let's talk about the set that I would do. I would do a 1, 2, 3, 1, right? And whenever you do dice setting or setting the dice, it's important to know to have like a starting spot. So I always have a starting spot of the 6s up like this. Then you know exactly how to turn it. Here's another set: 4s on the top, an 8, a 3s, right, and a 6. So some people call that the 3V set, like right here, 3V. But for me, I throw it from the 8 side, right? But I know how to get there as long as I know how to get right here. So my other set, I would just do it like this: one over, then 1, and turn, you know. And so that is a 1, 2, 3, 1 set. So 1, 2, 3, 1. That's how you call the sets. So that other set that we were talking about, it was the 4, 2, 4, 6, right? Because look, it's 4, 2. Can you see that? 4, 2, 4, 6. So 4, 2, 4, 6, and it's what's facing you. That's how you call it. So anyway, that would be that set. And so whenever people are calling out sets, that's what they're talking about. Okay. So what I would do right now is I would just do the 1, 2, 3, 1 set. That has a 4, it has a 3, it has a 10, and it has an 11. Now the object of dice control is not that you can control what number rolls, because if you can do that, then many people would be rich, right? Millionaires, right? But what it does is, if you can roll the dice and keep them together and make them where they roll all the same, then you have a higher probability, maybe a higher probability of hitting that number. If they flip this way, then, you know, so the idea is you want them to react the same. So if I can get these dice to react the same by hitting the wall, I should get a 4, a 3, a 10, or an 11. That's what I should do if I can get them to react the same. However, look at this. This is why it has to hit the back wall. These are hard, diamond, they call it alligator, but this is what randomizes the dice, because it's not a flat wall. It's definitely, the dice will go all different directions. So a lot of times when you throw the dice, you want to throw the dice and you want them to be in the air together and react the same. and then somehow land and turn the same and turn back the same so that you could get one of the 4 numbers that you're shooting for. That is the basics. I mean, there's a lot more to it. I'm not an expert at this, but I will say the reason why I dice set and the reason why I try to be like a dice controlled shooter is mainly because I want to try. I don't want to just, shake them up and just throw them and you might say, well, that's random, right? Well, all the dice is random. Every time you roll the dice, there's 36 different combinations of this. And every time you roll the dice, there is a 1 out of 6 chance, right, that it's going to be a 7. Because when you're setting your dice, right, there's 6 ways to make a 7. Now, the reason why I like to do this set, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason why I like to do this set is because there's only 2 ways to make a 4 like this, right? Just like this or like this. It's either going to be a 1-3 or a 3-1, right? The other way is a 2-2. So there's only 3 ways to make a 4. There's only 2 ways to make a 3 and 2 ways to make an 11. It's just the opposite of the dice, right? So there's only 2 ways of that. And then of course the 10, there's 3 ways to make a 10, but as far as an easy 10, like this, 6-4 or 4-6, it really lets me know, am I doing that? Am I controlling the dice in such a way? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I'm controlling the dice like a master Jedi. What I'm saying is, I want to see, can I get a 4, 3, 11, or 10? That's my goal. So let me put this down, and then what I'll do is I'll throw them, okay? And then I will see what lands, okay? So here I go. It needs to hit the back wall. I'm gonna try to keep them together, and then I'm gonna throw them and release them and see if they land on one of these numbers. Let's see. And there they hit, and it's a 5. So for me, I see that I got my 1, but I didn't get my 3. My 3 is on the other side. So it rolled 2 times over, or what's called a double pitch. It pitched twice, right? So I got a 5, okay? So if you don't know craps, what's gonna happen is that number, because that was off, this is gonna turn on to a 5, and now I have to roll a 5 before a 7 in order to win, okay? And if I was rolling the dice, I would have to bet a pass line or a don't pass. So let me just put, now you have to do this beforehand, by the way. So there, I should have done that, sorry. All right, so I was really just focusing on throwing, not really playing craps, but we'll see if I can hit a 5 before a 7, because that's the goal. Okay, so I still want to do that same set. So I'm still going to do that same set because I want to see, can I get the one of the dice to not spin like that. So I want to get them to react the same when they go down there. Let's see what happens. And there's the 5, 3, 8. Okay, I did get a 3. Remember I had a 3 on top, but this one, the 5, it actually did something different. Okay, so the 3 here is on the 5, right? But this would have been the 1 if that's the 3. So this could have been an implosion or explosion. And like I said, so anyway, a pitch is when it's going, okay, that was an 8. Let me go back over here and I'll show you what I'm talking about. All right, so here goes the set. Let me do the set. Okay, so a pitch is when it's going this way, right? So an implosion is when it rolls this way or this way, right? And an explosion, whoops, sorry, I have to get that back the same way. So that's it, 1, 2, 3, 1. An explosion is when it goes this way. So it looks like that's what I had. I had one that exploded, and I had one that actually landed the way it was, unless it was this one. So this one, and I had a 3 and I had a 5, right? So actually it was just a pitch. It was a pitch, not an explosion or implosion. All right, so let's see if I can get that. Now, the 8 hit, but remember the point is 5. So let's see if we could get, now this is just one, this is literally the first 2 shots that I've thrown, okay? So I'm trying to get warmed up, meaning that I want them to, the landing zone's important too. Okay, there we go. That's the third try and I got it. There's the 4, okay? The 3-1, just like we had it, right? And so the landing spot, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to land them like right here and have them hit the bottom of the wall, not necessarily up here on these ridges that are gonna cause it to be more randomized. I'm really trying to get it to hit like that, right there at the bottom, boom, and then stop, you know? I don't want it to roll around too much. And so that's just my plan. Okay, so I got the 4. That was one that I was shooting for, and that was my third try at it. Now you might say, Brian, that was just random. Yeah, okay. It was just random. All right, here we go. We got it one more time. Let's see what we could do. We want a 4, 3, 11, or 10. Here we go. I don't know if you can see where those are landing. Okay, 7 out, 7 out. Now what happened? We got the 1. If you notice, we got the 1 and 3 a lot, right? So here is this one. This one, if it was a 3, then if it was the 3, then what happened was, and here, I have to set it up for you. So let's say it was, this one was this side. And this is why a lot of times people will roll with different color dice so they could tell which one is the top one and which one is the bottom one, or the left and the right one. But let's see what happened. If this one was the 1 that we just saw, and then we had the set just like that, right? It looks like it's still a pitch problem, look. So not an explosion or implosion, it's a pitch problem. You should hear me sing. I have pitch problems, even with my dice throwing. Okay, 7 out, so this would go, and that was 4. That was 4, what was it, 4 or 5? Maybe that was 4. 4 rolls. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4th roll, okay? So at 1 out of 6 should be a 7. And so this is below average, by the way. And you can say, why am I even watching this video, Brian, if you're below average? You know, it's, like I said, I'm not claiming that I can control the dice, but I am trying to be controlled. And what I mean by that is I'm trying to have a consistent set, a consistent grip, a consistent swing or toss, and a consistent landing. And then hopefully I get some consistent or some repeater numbers. Let's see what that one is. And there's the 11. So that's good because remember, it's the 4, 3, 11, or 10, right? Or I should say 3, 4, 10, 11, right? And I got it, okay? So is that, I guess if I had $10 here, by the way, 7 or 11 is a winner, okay? 2, 3, 12 is a loser right here. 7, 11 is a winner while the puck is off, okay? All right, let's set this up again because we're going to try to get that 4, 10, 11, or 3, right? Here we go. Just trying to get them to not roll around so much. There's a 12. There's a 12, midnight. So I think you understand how I'm evaluating the tosses. So I won't have to evaluate the 12. Was it a pitch? Chances are it was a pitch problem. Or maybe it was an explosion or implosion. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can get a 4 or a 10 or a 3 or a yo 11. See that one right there, that was a 9. But I don't know if you saw it because sometimes I throw it and then I grab the camera right away. It hit the wall first. You definitely don't want to hit the wall first. Let me do this. I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna put this right here like this. And I want you to be able to see, I'm hoping that the dice will land in the screenshot. Like that's how I'm trying. I want them to kind of hit right around here, hit the wall, and then stop. I don't want them to roll around too much, okay? So I'm gonna do a couple more throws and then we'll be done with the video. But let's see, I'm doing that same set over here. So the 1, 2, 3, 1. And let's see if I can get it to do that. I want those numbers, but let's see about that throw. Pretty good, right? I mean, it hit the wall. It didn't roll around a lot. There's a hard 10. It's a 10, but it's not the 10 I was shooting for. I was shooting for the 6-4 10. All right, so, all right, let me do it one more time. I'm actually just rolling this one out because what was it? A 9. The point is 9. Okay. And we're just counting how many rolls.
Siri here. Let me know if
Okay, Siri, thank you. All right, here we go. Got the same set. Here we go. See what happens. So that one was close, but I don't know if you saw it, but it landed way over here. And look at 7. So this is pretty. You might say, Brian, you're wasting your time. Okay, I don't think I'm wasting my time because I'm having fun. I don't think I'm wasting my time because I'm trying, you know, I'm trying. And I view this as entertainment. So this is all entertaining for me. And you've watched it up until this point, so hopefully it's entertaining for you as well. All right, so that would be a 7. We lost. And so definitely some crazy rolls, right? But what I want to see is, I want to see with that set, am I getting consistent numbers? I got a couple of them, but I'm not getting consistent numbers like I would like to get, you know? So here goes another one. That one hit the wall first. Look at this. Okay, so there's a saying that I say. I don't know if anybody else says it, but I say the more that they rattle and shake and roll, the higher probability there is for a 7. Because let me say this before we go. The other side of the die always equals 7. So you have these, if there's a 6, the other side is 1 equals 7. If there's a 2, the other side is 5 equals 7. If there's a 3, the other side is 4 equals 7. So every combination, or every other side of the dice equals 7. And that's why when these things line up, you know, if they have double pitches, you're going to have a 7 there, you're going to have a 7 there. The other side is always a 7. So look, 7s are all the way around. So with other dice, like with other numbers, I should say, so let's say we got an 8. The opposite of the 8 is the 6, the opposite of the 5 is the 9, and the opposite of the 4 is the 10. So if you have an 8 on top, you have a 6 on the bottom. If you have this kind of 8, then you still have a 6 on the bottom. If you have the 5-3-8, you still have a 6 on the bottom. Same thing with if you do the 4, you're going to always have a 10 on the bottom. And if you do 5, you're going to have a 9 on the bottom, and vice versa. So it doesn't matter what kind of 9. So let's say you have this 9, you're still going to have a 5 on the bottom. Okay, so again, 6, 8, 5, 9, and 4, 10. And you might say, what about the 11? The 11 is the 3. Okay, the 11 is the 3. And then of course the last one is the 12, and the 12 is the snake eyes. So anyway, there's that. So let's see if we can get, I'm gonna just roll this just for fun, this one last time, and see if I can get it to land the way I want to land. Okay, here we go. Here we go. No way. No way. So that's what I'm talking about. So watch this. Okay, watch. I'm gonna just, and you might say, Brian, you're crazy. Okay, I'm crazy. But the more they roll like this, the more you have a chance for a 7 as well. So, or maybe not. You know, that was a 12. So watch, I'm gonna just roll it this way and roll where they're rolling a lot like that. 7. See? I don't know if you see that, but you want them to roll less. In my opinion, you don't want to roll them. You don't want them to roll a lot. Well, hey, thanks for watching. That was it. I know there was a lot to that, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe and watch this video if you'd like to see more about how to play craps on a cruise to earn a free cruise. And I hope to see you cruising and rolling on a craps table soon. See ya.